is essentially there to strengthen your legs. Therefore, it has to be done very precisely. It has a very precise position, posture, and so the structure in every part of the body needs to be correct. Well, initially, the form starts off. We need to drop the knees slightly, not too far. In the early stages, check to look down so your toes actually are still visible in front of the knees. Once you drop the knees, you lift the arms right back. So the fists are level with the chest and the forearms are horizontal. You turn your feet out, rotating on the heels. Now rotate on the balls of the feet to push the heels out. And at this point, the hips come forward and into alignment. It's at this point that you should be careful that the shoulders are the width of the heels, or the heels are the width of your shoulders. Say that one again. It's important that your shoulder width is the distance of in between your heels. Your knees are in, your toes are pointing in at approximately 60-degree angle. And this is the position where your stance is set. If we look at it from the side, again I'll form it so I drop the knees slightly, not too far. If you drop down too far and the knees are in front of the toes, you're stressing your knees too much, which isn't necessary. So you just drop the knees slightly, lift the arms right back, so the fists are level with the chest, toes out, heels out, and the hips come forward. Here, we wait, and the head and the shoulders are over the heels. It is not on over the balls of the feet. It's important to get the weight over the heels. The arms are pulled right back, fists level with the chest, form are horizontal. So the wrist as well wants to be level. So it's not bent this way, it's not bent that way. It's not held in front of the body, and it's not held off the body. The fist is flat and level, and the stance as well from the shoulder through the hip down to the knee. So you've got a straight line. It's not like this where there's a kink where you go knee, hip and back up. It's not as though you're sitting down on something. You want to be bringing this line in the posture at your back and everything straight. So your spine straight, it's not curved. It's important that the spine is straight because the spine in everybody is a weak joint or a weak series of joints. If you're pulling down through it or pushing up through it, it has to be straight to be strong. So the posture in itself is very important. Also to keep your head back, not to look down. In the early stages, when you form the stance, drop your knees, lift your arms up, toes out, heels out. It is alright to look down to check that your knees aren't too far down. But it's important that you bring your head back. The more you have your head down in front, the more your weight is forward, in front of the heels, in front of the toes, and you tend to lean forwards. It's important that you understand your structure and your posture, and that it's back. This is level, so it's a very uniform position. Looking forward from the front again, drop down, check the toes, lift your arms up, toes out, heels out. Then you begin to form. Just do a detail on, close up on the legs. Yeah. In detail on the legs, you drop down, rotate on the heels, rotate on the balls of the feet. The knees are pulled in. This is where you've got to be careful. That the knee is inside. What we're looking at is this is a 60-degree angle. We're forming an equilateral triangle with the toes. Essentially what we're looking at here is not a forward stance, but two side stances. You're preparing your legs, you're strengthening your legs in the stance for left and right. For this position and this position. It is not a stance to go forward in, which you can't do. People who say this is a forward stance have not thought about it. Does not make sense. It makes sense to step one way, to step another way. This is the importance of the stance. Your stance in the first form is there to prepare you, to prepare your leg strength for the second form. Traditionally, which would be about a year down the line. But you need to learn how to turn first, but you still need to have it prepared to strengthen the leg to be able to take on one leg. So all the weight is always on a single leg. So don't think of this as a forward fighting stance. Think of it as a training stance for the two legs. Leave it there and then we'll go back.